I may not look it, but I'm doing perfectly fine. Hey, welcome back to more Metaphor ReFantazio. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we went through the Tower of Insolence, and this time we'll be heading back and getting ready for our other quest. I did do some off-screen grinding. A little bit, didn't get any, well, obviously I didn't get any new ones. But the big thing is we got Paladin up to master, which means we can finish up Moore's Bond. So let's go and do that first.
So, you've acquired a new archetype. Unbelievable. You've truly fulfilled your task? Your abilities know no bounds. Why, it beggars belief. Incredible. Utterly incredible. Incredible.
Utterly incredible.
All right.
Wow, he's really gushing this time. Though I'd say you definitely earned it.
It cannot have been an easy journey, full of meetings and partings, trials and joys, all from which you've come to find your own way of life. There must have been many people who have wished, worked, and given themselves for your support. Indeed, you could never have achieved so much alone. I see. If you have come so far, with motes of the people's light in your wake, then perhaps I was wrong, and the world is not lost to hope. A strange revelation, but I confess, I do not resent being proven wrong. I'd like to believe that. I'd say it's not a question of believing, but having the power to believe. The power to wish. Or more aptly for you, the power of fantasy is itself meaningful. Now then, I'd like to present your next task. But, alas, I have none to give. There is nothing more to be done. With this, you have seen our mutual endeavors through to the end. There are two reasons. The first being that my knowledge of archetypes ends here. I have nothing more to teach. You have outpaced me on the path to the ultimate archetype. I believe I have helped you all I can. As for the other reason...
What's wrong? Oh, by the way, did you get that lost memories thing figured out?
Unfortunately, the rest of my memories have not come to me. However, I did arrive at a conclusion of sorts. Why was I confined here? And where in the world is this place? My apologies, but for now, I'll refrain from explaining my conclusion so simply. It could cast a shadow over the archetype's growth. No, more so your own.
What's that supposed to mean?
This room is not the remains of the Mage Academy. No, it's likely a place the two of you know very well. That you and I met was no coincidence. Everything has been connected from the beginning. If the hypothesis I've reached is correct, my memory will soon return in full, and I will gladly tell you all. Yes. Though there is one memory I know for certain, beyond speculation. The reason why I wrote the fantasy novel. I mentioned once that in my youth, I went on a journey. I met many people in my travels, and it is for their sakes that I wrote my tale, as an ideal I hoped to make true.
In your youth? You don't look that old to me. You're talking like this is all way in the past.
Ah, indeed. I suppose I am. I shared my stories with the people I cared for dearly, that we might dream of the same future, and thus strive toward it. I've no idea what became of them, or how they now live, but I'm glad to have remembered them. Their echoes have given me a new goal, crystal clear. Someday I will leave this place behind and reunite with my companions. I'd like to give you some tangible token of my appreciation as well. If we only ever meet in this mind space, I can't give you so much as a single letter.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, as am I. Thank you. When we met, I styled myself as your guide. But in truth, I think you guided me just as much. It seems he'd like to show his appreciation too. Thank you, my friend. I'm glad we met.
The scholar in search of utopia, more. Keeper and heriter of the Seeker's virtues. By the grace of his newfound powers, work to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Dreams will forever elude our grasp. Thank you for this heart-to-heart. Visit me whenever you need to, as always. We have a pivotal battle ahead of us, after all. I truly look forward to the day where you master the power of all archetypes and become a hero king, a great unifier of heroic spirits. We will meet again. Please, do make yourselves comfortable.
More is based off of Thomas More, author of Utopia. Yeah. I don't know too much about it, I just know it exists. I still need a couple more. Ah well. Snap back to reality, but gravity has always been in place, so, you know. There's no up there. Up there goes gravity.
Okay then. Got it.
Run on back into town.
Now that you mention it.
How did we get in the tower? When did we need to deliver it to again? A Sanctus soldier, I believe. There's a bit zealous about doing in Luis. I believe he was going to reconsider if we deliver this to him. We've got to stop him, so we should do so quickly. Everybody wants to stop Luis, don't they? Hey, well, let's get this to him soon, yeah?
That's got me thinking.
Yeah, platypus or not, chill's the worst. Hot spring can't open up fast enough. That's the case. Why not hit the road? You can use the bathroom, the cask, and the runner. 5 days left until the deadline, so there should be plenty of time for a dip. I imagine you'll also be as tired as I am. Perhaps after a meal would be a good time to adjourn. So we're in our rest day. Good job.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king.
There's more stuff with Utopia. Just looking through the quick
Look at this.
the synopsis of Thomas More and Utopia.
All right.
There's a lot more that ties into the story, but you know. Always,
Let's go.
always like when, you know, games are kind of mirroring, you know, other older works
Capital. Everyone's here.
and somewhat like retelling these well-known stories or
They'll face
recollecting these authors. Barry's here in this forest, right? Between the name and the region, place freezing written all over it. Isn't the army lost such of it bothers me? It's either fairly fleet of foot, or it will all be clear once we're there, because we could fly that from here. Get there by midday. But of course, as long as you don't feel like that, eh? Twould behoove ourselves. Behooving.
what to pick.
Okay. Oh, first of all, pantry.
Oh,
And we can definitely do some cooking. Let's see. And the almighty golden sushi is so good. Sweeter than poison. We also have the adamantine honey cake. Ooh. But a group charge is pretty good.
All good.
I believe we have already done that. Well, we've already seen that a couple times over, so... Basilio has added in the literacy workbook. More imagination. We're going to teach reading and writing. Illustrations of fruit and animals all have their name in big letters, and I see traces of Basilio practicing in the margins. Papers worn probably from being traced over so much. Names Basilio, Fidelio, Rella, and Luis have been written many times. He's written the words eat, sleep, run, and escape a lot. Makes you wonder what kind of life Basilio and Fidelio really lived. Basilio's writing is big and bold, just like him.
Now then.
There we go, Imagination 5.
Imagination. Why,
We'll need to find out how to get our Wisdom 5, but apparently Eloquence 5 isn't used for anything?
Solstice crossing unfurls ahead. Powerful magic at play here blends autumn scenery with winter vistas all year round. Its stunning beauty soothes the hearts of travelers. But it is also said that if one remains too long, they succumb to the mountain's enchantment. Perhaps guided by magics powerful enough to alter the seasons, the Gauntlet Runner stops before the trees grow too dense.
Everyone, please have a look at this. The figure possesses such a deep red color. My, such a stunning display of autumn leaves. What do you mean by autumn leaves?
Yes.
Oh, I suppose it's the first time seeing them. In colder regions, the color of the trees shifts to a red or yellow when temperature descends. We call the season autumn. I wonder what the innkeeper told me, that in this place the leaves stay in the whole year, that way the whole year. Snow, too. If it usually results with the temperature, then how is it that these particular autumn leaves maintain their pigment throughout the year?
Gallica.
I defer to Galka. She can explain it. Me? What makes you think I know? The artwork of it unfamiliar to me. But from what I've heard, this was all the work of one of the Hero Kings. Specifically the Faker King, who took a particular delight upon in surprising his subjects. It is said that he casts some magic upon this mountain. Using magic to set the changing season in stone definitely sounds like something the Faker King would do. I'm amazed to learn that there's such a story about this place.
Alright.
There we go. That's a good chunk of wisdom. Not a ton, but
I'm quite
decent.
grateful.
Well, thank you all most deeply. When did you say that all of a sudden? If you had allowed me to accompany you off the island, I would never have seen something such as this. I share similar sentiments. In all my years, I've never been so deeply moved by such a sight. We'll probably see many more surprising things as we continue our journey. Quite a treat to see it in landscape. I've had better fun drawing this place as well.
A road in the northeastern mountains of Montario gives way to the Everfrost Forest, its foliage visible through the biting wind, just as the seas of Oceania rise inexplicably into the air. The land here rejects even the modest climate fluctuations of its surroundings. The Gauntlet Runner skids along the frost to stop at the forest's entrance, the icy wind ever present.
Isn't that...
According to the stories, our bounty's lurking somewhere within these woods. These seems to be quite dedicated to hiding itself. It would seem we have no choice but to lure it out. Not my preferred way of doing things, but I suppose we just need to make a scene then. According to what I've heard of the recruitment center, it previously appeared to sense that some Valmos have been killed.
I get it.
Alright, so let's hunt down some Valmos then. Tread with caution in this place, so we may find ourselves surrounded by foes in an open area. Let's get started. We'll most ultimately take down Luis, right? Well, we can't allow ourselves to get stymied by something like this. Just saying to send something. Alright, another relic for Nearus. Kind of flip-flop on the pronunciation of his name quite often. Just trying to determine, like, what I all want to do. Magic 20, I mean, it would make sense to actually, you know, work on getting my main character his proper class up. Jeez, that's a lot, actually. Let's just...
Good. I'm still getting stronger. New skills, new possibilities.
I'll grab that. Max HP by 20. We'll grab the Magic Seeker, I suppose. And we'll actually... I suppose we can switch
magic, gather to me now.
Yuffie to Mage.
What now?
No reason not to.
I see. Fascinating. This, all right?
I'm
To grab Seeker. Or Magic Seeker, rather.
Really?
This is part of the Magic Seeker's soul. I should continue to use the sword of my new magic to its fullest. Seeker's journey isn't over.
Good. I'm still getting stronger.
I'll grab that. Shul's getting there for Samurai. Slowly but surely. Hulkenberg still has the Dark Knight to work on. I don't know what... Okay, that just needs Pugilist. Yeah, Heisman is working towards Sniper. He'll need Seeker to get Sniper? Really?
All right.
I'm counting.
Of course.
This is the Seeker then. So be it. It's long past time I learned to wield the power I've been given. For a world where all may live in harmony.
I have retained my edge.
And Jaina. We'll eventually get her buffed up even further with the Faker and Co. I need Magic Seeker 10, which... working towards it. Just need Berserker 20 for that. Okay. But still, let's get some other classes for Basilio.
Fascinating. This, all right?
We'll go full Unga Bunga.
I'm counting.
Of course.
I'll do it.
New archetype, eh? Power of the Brawler. Now that's class. One step close to bashing Luis's face in. Gonna pound this face into the nearest face I find.
I learns a new ability.
And we'll also grab Warrior.
I see. Fascinating. This, all right?
I'm counting.
Of course.
I'll do it.
Doing this Warrior thing. Now this I'm used to. I'll cut my naff. Get ready to see my real strength.
I'm getting stronger.
But that will do it for this time. And next time we'll go through the forest here. But until then, see you guys later.